This episode is brought to you by Mate Affiliates. If you're in the game for the long run, two things really matter: what you earn and who's in your corner. Big commissions are great, sure, but they don't mean much without support. Mate delivers both. Find an affiliate program that's serious about your growth and shows up when it counts. Find that out at mateaffiliates.com.
I want something that will help our common users, our common audience to just grow. And if they treat the partnership like a checklist, I don't think it will last.
You're listening to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast, powered by Affiverse, ultimate destination for affiliate program news, insights, growth opportunities, partnerships, and affiliate program strategy. Whether you're an advertiser, publisher, platform partner, agency, or entrepreneur, we've got the tools, trends, thought leaders invited here to help you to thrive in the fast-changing digital economy. Welcome to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Lee-Ann Johnstone, and today we're exploring one of the most critical yet often overlooked aspects in our industry: the art of building successful relationships and partnerships that truly last. This season so far, we have been packed full of really good business and relationship management advice, and this week is going to be no different. Our guest today is Julia, the founder of CPV1, a company that made its mark not just through innovative solutions, but through strength of relationships that they've built along the way. Julia brings a unique perspective to partnership building, having navigated the affiliate marketing landscape as both a female entrepreneur and a woman in a traditionally male-dominated industry. In today's conversation, we're diving deep into what separates partnerships that endure from those that fizzle out. How to build genuine client and affiliate partner relationships that go beyond just transactions, and why investing early in strong partnership foundations is absolutely critical to the business that you're running. We'll also explore some fascinating insights into how different approaches to relationship building, including potential differences in how women and men navigate partnerships, can impact long-term success. Whether you're an affiliate manager, an operator, a service provider, or an affiliate, this episode will give you a masterclass in relationship building that you can apply immediately. So let's dive in. Welcome to the show, Julia. It's a pleasure to have you here on the Affiliate Marketing Podcast this week. And I'm super excited to talk about all the things that we're going to be talking about in this week's show, because as a female founder, just like me, you've got a very clear perspective of how you build partnerships. And in this season, we're talking about tips, tools, and tricks to build really successful partnerships, both in your affiliate business and also on the other side with affiliate managers that are working with affiliates too. So, Julia, welcome. Tell us a little bit about CPV Lab and what you guys do for affiliates, and then we'll get into building successful partnerships.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Lee-Ann. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. So let's start with CPV Lab, you asked. Okay, so we are building a software. It's an ad tracking platform for media buyers and agencies to track and manage their campaigns, to test everything in one place. What we want to do with it is to build a control center for them, a place where can integrate ad networks, affiliate networks, and they can manage everything from there. Because now everything is data, everything is time consuming, and they want a place to manage that. So we have CPV Lab, which is self-hosted. That was our initial product. Then we launched CPV1. It's a little broader for CPV Lab. It's cloud hosted. We take care of the hosting for it. It's the same features and functionality for tracking and testing. And then we have also MV Lab, which is multivariate testing. It's a tool integrated to test landing pages, elements for the landing pages and stuff like that, to do experiments with the landing pages. Yeah, mainly that's what we do. We help media buyers make their life easier, I think.
Yeah, and that's becoming very important because a lot of people are looking at paid media now to augment the losses that they're seeing in SEO. So a lot more people are getting into paid. They're looking at how do they find tools to manage all of this. And it becomes quite complex because obviously you need to multi-test. You need to be running multiple campaigns at any given time. So having a system that can support you to scale is a really important thing. And the reason why I wanted to bring you onto the podcast this week is because we've been talking about building successful partnerships. And as a female founder like myself, partnerships are the backbone of our business. And it's also the backbone of what we do in affiliate and performance marketing. If you can't build successful partnerships, your business is doomed before it begins. Tell us a little bit about looking at the history of how you started this business, how you came into the industry. When did you first realize that relationships were key to actually being successful?
To start with this, it's to tell you that I have a software background. I'm a software engineer at core. And so before doing this, I work in managing software project, managing team in software development.
Yeah.
And their partnerships are not that often. We do have a few partners, but they are long-term. Here in affiliate marketing, everything is different. Everything is relationships. And when I started out, I said, oh, okay, building a good software, having good customer support, that will be enough. They will come and that will be good. But no, it's not like that at all. If they don't have a face and if you don't have relations and good partners to recommend you, you lose a lot. You lose a lot. And looking back into this journey I had with CPV Lab, at some point, we got a request to do a cross promotion with the partner. I said, okay, let's do it. And I realized how powerful this channel is, how powerful it is to bring in audience that is connected, it's already aware. And you tap into that audience much easier with a partner. But of course, for that partnership to work, it's important to bring value and really help each other more. Yeah. So that was my first contact where I said, so this is a really good growth channel.
Yeah.
After that, I actually had the talk at some point in a conference for SaaS or something like that, talking about affiliates and partnership. And I think partnerships are one of the channels that we can explore more because it's cost efficient. Okay. You invest initially only time. You don't have to do big sponsorship at the beginning. You invest time, but if you do it right, it can be a growth channel together with affiliates. They are performance-based at the end of the day, both of them.
I love the fact that you said that when you started out, in tech and management of software.
In my other life. My other life.
Yeah, it wasn't so much partnership-driven because there you're transactional. You're paying somebody a salary to deliver a service.
Exactly.
Whereas here in affiliate marketing, it is still very much relationship-based. And I literally just came back from a really big conference in Budapest. And a lot of people were talking about AI and how AI is integrating into business models and services. And yet everybody that I spoke to at that event was like, it's not going to replace relationship management. And that is still very much a key in our industry, which is why we're talking about how do you build those successful partnerships? How do you actually do those micro interactions to build trust? Because partnerships are based on trust, but what do you do to get trust? And a lot of people don't know where to start with that. So it starts with having collaborative conversations, as you've just said, by finding people that you can integrate with, partner with, talk to about similar things with a similar audience, and then also invest your time. And a lot of people that I will talk to will say time is money, and it is. But especially when you're starting out and you don't have a big budget, having a human relationship and a human connection with people is incredibly important in this industry, and sometimes it's undervalued. So if you're an affiliate manager listening to this, go and ask your boss for budget to get to live in-person events, because that's the only way that you're going to meet people. And case in point, tell me, because you go to a lot of events. I mean, we met at TechBond. So, we literally saw each other outside the venue, had a nice conversation and a glass of wine. And next thing we're sharing a podcast. Tell me when you went to an event the first time, what were some of the tools and tactics that you did to actually build partnerships at that event? Did you have a stand? Did you walk around the floor and just meet people? It's so difficult for new people coming into the industry to learn what to do at these big events.
Wow, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm actually introvert. I like to think that I'm not that introvert anymore, but I'm actually a software engineer introvert one. Yeah. So I was so nervous at that event. We didn't get a booth because we didn't know what to expect. So we were walking around talking with a booth on a representative.
Yeah.
And then people around there. And it was so hard to get in touch, even though everybody there wants to network.
Of course.
But for somebody new, it's okay. And now what do I say? How do I do that? At the end of the day, I said, okay, I have to do it. It's just one step. They're human like me,
just get in and get on with it.
Hey, what do you do? Just what do you do? And I found that even though they are we know affiliate marketing, it's mostly men. That's it. There are a few women in this industry, but it was much easier for me to approach. I don't know, probably because I'm a woman. That's the lucky stuff and the good stuff about being a woman in this industry, because they were more open to talk at the beginning, like small talk, even though I had also the frustrating part where I was talking with a bunch of guys. I don't know. I asked a question about the business. They answered something vague. We switched subjects. And then my partner came in and he asked almost the same question. And they start talking more in details and stuff like that. And I said, oh, come on. I know that stuff. I didn't know much about affiliate marketing at the beginning, but now I do understand your language.
And that's a very good point. We do speak another language in this industry, and you have to know the jargon in order for people to give you the respect. So self-education is a very big thing in this industry. If you want to go build relationships and walk up to strangers at events and go, hey, what do you do? Hi, my name's Lee-Ann. What do you do? How do you work in the industry? That small conversation starter is enough to kick off, a lifetime of partnership. I'll never forget one day I sat down at an event and I was at a meeting table, and I needed to rest my feet because I've been walking for the whole day. And I sat down next to a random person and he said, oh, we probably can't do business with you because on my badge he'd seen that I was an agency. And he said, but I just need to sit here for a minute. And I was like, sure, it's an open table, sit down. And we just started chatting because, it's kind of awkward to sit at a table with somebody and not say anything. So he just went, hi, my name's Lee-Ann, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you knew, we were running an event and a campaign. They were coming to our networking dinner. And from there, so much business has sprouted out. So you kind of have to get over yourself when you get into this industry, and you have to just go and be brave and go and walk up to people. And what you'll find, and I've been in this industry a long time, is that people are genuinely interested in sharing their knowledge and teaching, because everybody knows more than what you do in the room. So there is no way that your conversation starter of, hi, I'm from here, what do you do, is actually going to ever end up in a conversation that isn't valuable. And it's just changing that mindset, because believe it or not, I'm also an introvert. I don't really like walking into a room of 10,000 people. I've had to train myself to do it. Here I am now on a podcast and speaking at massive events and whatever, but everybody starts out that way. So if you're tuning into this podcast and you're 1 or 2 years into the industry, I've started this way, Julia's started this way, we all have started this way. But the point is, you just have to be brave and you have to just get out there and start building your personal brand. And Julia, that's one thing that I've seen you do really well. I've looked at you on LinkedIn, you're always posting, you're very active, you're very collaborative as well in terms of sharing other people's posts and comments and things like that. Do you think that that's an important trait to have in this industry as well?
Yeah, I think it's actually an undervalued thing, and not very many people do it. Like small things that are big impact, I would say. Small things that matter and people remember, like a share, a post and a mention or something. I really think this could improve our industry more if we help each other more, if we work together more, helping each other, not always thinking, what do I get of it? Gaining out of it. I know it's performance-based, our industry, but I think at the end of the day, we all want to be successful, and we could be more successful together because we are in this together, right? I always like to think that we are in this together. The brands want to make money, affiliates work for that. We are in between, helping those affiliates to bring traffic for the brands to make sales. And then if we work together, we could all learn and produce something more valuable and learn from one another, much more than if we just, but what do I get from this? Oh, I can help you, but, it's expensive or something like that. And small things, as you said, sharing, mentioning, I don't know, this invitation in the podcast, these things matter because you help one another and people remember this stuff. People remember small things more than big sponsorship or big things.
Yeah, totally agree with that. And it kind of reminds me of saying that Maya Angelou said, people remember the way that you make them feel, not what you say to them. And I might have misquoted her there, but it's something to that effect.
Yeah.
And I do believe that is relevant in our industry because I was standing outside at the event that we met and I was standing on my own. You walked up to me and said, oh, really good to meet you. And you started a conversation and I felt more comfortable at the event after that. And those little micro moments are the bits that actually build trust. So we always try and think big because that's what we do here in this industry. We've got to think big, get more sales, drive more traffic, big numbers. But actually it's the small little micro things that really matter. And the thing that struck me about what you guys have done at CPB Lab is you started out with a problem that you wanted to solve, and you asked a lot of partners, because I remember talking to your partner once at an event, like, how did you come up with the idea? What was the process? And you wanted to solve one problem, and now it's led to like 3 problems that you're now solving. And I bet there's a lot of cross-selling between your 3 different, like a client will come in on one product and then cross-sell over to the next product as they scale and get more in depth with what they're doing. Basically, it's as simple as that. To build a really good relationship and to build long-term partnerships, which you guys have done in your business. I mean, some of your clients have been with you since day one. Find a problem and solve it, and just be very clear, open, and transparent about what it is that you're going to be doing in that partnership. What are some of the most successful partnerships that you've built since you've had this business? Like, somebody came in, maybe did a demo. Where are they now? Have you got a success story, a case study?
Yeah, I have quite a few actually. One that pops in mind, it's like one client, Joey Babino. He started with us very early on. And he's Joey Babino from Powerhouse Affiliate. He has like a YouTube channel, courses. He knows his stuff. He knows about CPA marketing a lot. He's doing this for 15 years or something, running campaigns. And at the beginning, we didn't have resources, or knowledge how to do tutorials that much. And he did some tutorials presenting for his courses, but that helped us get some clients and build us this relationship, very good relationship with him that I think now we are like friends. We met at conference, and it's really nice to see that you still bring value to a client that started early on. And also we have like clients. Actually, this summer, it was somebody that we built some custom work for them, or they needed some custom work. We did that and then recommended to another agency, friends of them. And then they recommended to somebody else. And now, like in 2 months, we have 6 recommendations or something like that. Just from that one client that was satisfied and was happy with the delivery we did.
I mean, word of mouth marketing, hands down, is still the best form of marketing that you can get. And it's the cheapest as well, because you only need to please one customer, and already you had 6 that came from that one.
We have our referral system in place. We still are in affiliate marketing. We know how it works, but still that recommendation, that trust. And as you mentioned before our first conference, we met there people they were using our competitor. We didn't push, you should use us or something like that. We built a relationship with them, trust. They come to us with questions because we became like friendly. We went partying and stuff like that with them and stuff. And then 2 years or 3 years after that event, we are still friends. And now they're switching to our tool just because they wanted to. I mean, we didn't ever ask them that. We just wanted to understand how they do business, understand what frustration they have, because we want to solve that. But it's not like, you should use our tool or something like that. We never did that. And it's really nice to have this kind of friends, I would say now, after so many years.
That's a really important point for guys, if you're listening. You don't always have to build a partnership to get the sale immediately, because the value that comes out of that partnership is still good. Obviously, you made friends with this partner. They fed a lot of information to you about how to develop your product over the years. You never did the pushy sale, and yet eventually they came to you because you built one of the best products in their sphere anyway. And I think sometimes we're too short-sighted when we're building partnerships. We're too short-sighted on what can I get right now, which you mentioned before. And that isn't actually the value that comes from building partnerships. The value that comes from building partnerships is knowledge sharing. It's collaboration and looking at how other businesses work and learning from those things. And then also feeding that knowledge back into your own business so you can offer better services, better products, whatever the case may be. But also it's building connections, because the more connections you have, even though that person might not work with you right now, they might recommend somebody else. That recommendation, again, as I said, word of mouth marketing is probably some of the best marketing that you could ever get, and you can't buy it. It's like that MasterCard ad, like priceless. That's what you should be looking for when you set your mind to building partnerships. What makes our industry different from other industries that because you obviously come from a software development background, but why do you think this industry is so heavily reliant on partnerships still with AI agents and everything else it really did blow my mind when I was at this event, what people are doing with AI. But why do you think human partnerships are still going to be important here?
I think AI is bringing so much content that it's very hard to filter right now, and bringing relationship and trust and recommendation are very valuable, especially in affiliate marketing, iGaming, in this industry where there are so many players, so many regulations, compliance issues, and stuff like that. It's important to trust your partner, and everybody wants to have success, to be successful. And now I think more than ever, more than before, brands look for affiliates, and it's like a stage for them to prepare to build trust with affiliates. Not any affiliate will do, just trusted affiliate, because they want better traffic, better players, better customers. And I think it's much easier when you need something in our space to ask a partner. You trust that more if they do a recommendation. Where do I find this type of offers? What type of traffic or whatever? Or where should I learn? It's much, you trust more when a partner tells you that than searching now on the web, where it's so much information and redundant, and it's the same stuff all over again. And with AI, it's so much content.
Yeah, I mean, half the time when you search something in Gemini or ChatGPT, some of the results don't even make sense because it is just pulling it from everywhere else, and it's not actually real.
You still need a human touch.
And I think also, when you've got a problem, because a lot of stuff breaks in affiliate marketing, like tracking breaks, campaigns don't perform, whatever the case may be, you need a human. Like, you just want to talk to a human and get it sorted out, right? So some things like, how do I get my password? You can automate. But like when my campaign has gone live and my tracking is broken, I want to talk to someone, that's where customer support comes in, and that's where partnerships come in. You want Julia on speed dial. You don't want her on the FAQ. You know what I mean?
We did, for the support on the website, general questions. We have a bot answering questions, an AI bot. And the most frequent question is, I want to talk with an agent. That's the most frequent question. Even though we try to train it as much as we can, provide good information, but still, I want to talk with an agent, really.
Because I think that we're getting to a point where we over-automate. And we did this 10 years ago when we could take data and do automation and outbound and everything else. We automated to within an inch of our lives so that our customers never got to speak to us. And I think most people want to hold on to that human factor, and they want to feel cherished. Because that's the other thing about building a partnership. It's a two-way street. It's not just you keep plugging information in and giving information free. At some point, the person's got to also feed back. Otherwise, that's not a partnership. It's just a trade. It's not really what you're looking to build. Thanks again to our sponsor, Mate Affiliates. If you're sending traffic, there's really only one question. Does it convert? Mate delivers industry-proven brands that come backed with lightning-fast platforms, great CRMs, and some serious player retention. That means more value from every click. Find them at mateaffiliates.com. So it's quite important to hold those human conversations. So what kinds of opportunities are you seeing right now in this industry to build successful partnerships? Like, what are you seeing that's working in your business right now to build long-lasting partnerships with your clients? Are you integrating new tactics? Are you building loyalty programs? What are some of the things that make partnerships successful for you? Do you have like feedback groups? What do you do with your clients to actually keep them long-lasting?
To keep the relation with our clients, we always ask for them for feedback. We always try to develop what they need. That's one of the things that we always try to do. As opportunities or trends, what should I say? You said already that integrations were already there. I think now people want everything very fast, like one click to have everything there, even though they want to be ready before they finish thinking about it, predict what they are thinking.
People have no patience anymore.
Not at all. So I think this integration will go further with integrate with AI tools that you will be able to talk with your data, just actually talk with it, the data, not just seeing the data and get decisions. So this integration with other tools, ad networks, affiliate tools, I think this will go further. At least from our side, this is what we see as requests and feedback from clients. And then in terms of partnerships, I think what I talked at some point with Kyle from ClickBank about this, and it's like a new type of partnership that emerged. There are content creators creating content on YouTube, TikTok, and so on, but they don't know how really to scale those And there are affiliates who now can manage a few of these content creators, like 2 or 3, and work together as a team to grow that together. As I said, growing together, it will not be like 2 partners or like in a marriage. I used to think of the partnership like a marriage. If we get both involved, it will work long term because it's a long-term relation. But now there are new types of partnerships where multiple players work together to grow. And I think that's a new opportunity, yeah.
I've seen a lot of that in the coaching space. A lot of the coaches will actually piggyback off of each other's promos, and they're obviously getting a kickback or commission or whatever. But because they've got similar audiences and they're teaching different things, I see a lot of B2B partnerships coming into the affiliate economy now. And tracking that is very important. There's a couple of really good companies that do this quite well, where they will at events and hold fringe events and email each other's databases, and you can decide how deep a partnership goes. It could be service level, or it could go right down to the nitty-gritty of who's in your toolkit and can we leverage them. And I think webinars and podcasts and things like that are easy things to do there. So like the brand top of funnel stuff, it's really easy to just bring somebody on and delve into their knowledge and ask for tips. But I think as partnerships get deeper, there needs to be some kind of financial reward as well, because there's time, there's effort. And whilst those things don't cost money up front and they benefit both parties, if you really do want to build a long-term relationship, you have to be looking at how deep does this partnership go. And it can't just be at a surface level. That's the start. But then so I guess the thing that I'm saying in a very long-winded way is you need to pick your partners carefully and actually go deep with them. Now's not the time to be trying to partner with 500 people. Now's the time to be partnering with the 5 that can actually get you to where you want to be and be really strategic about it. But that also means opening up the coffers, signing NDAs, and actually being really strategic about whether your audiences overlap. So you need to do a little bit of research as well. So I've got a little rapid fire question round for you as well, just to pick your brain about building successful partnerships, which you have done incredibly well since launching your business. And I've been watching you. I knew of you before you met me at TechCon, but it was really interesting to have a conversation and to bring you on here to talk about how you build partnerships. So let's give this rapid fire round as we come to a close here and see what we can leave our audience with this week after talking about building successful partnerships. What do you think the most important quality is in an affiliate or business partner, depending on whether you're doing B2B or whether you're an affiliate manager building an affiliate program? What do you think the most important quality is to have in that relationship?
Trust and bring value. Try to help first, not thinking, how can I help that partner more? How can I bring more value for him? That's what you should do when we enter a partnership, not just thinking, what do I get? When you close that partnership, just say, how can I help you as much as I can?
Yeah.
And that will be trust and will be the long-term relationship.
Love it. What's the biggest red flag that you see when starting a new partnership that makes you go, I'm going to backtrack out of this very quickly because it's not the right fit? What do you look for as big red flags?
I think I'll repeat myself. When they say, what do I get out of it? In the first conversation we get, I think that's not something that will be constructive. It's not what I want. I want something that will help our common users, our common audience to just grow. And if they just say, oh, but what do I get? If they treat the partnership like a checklist, I don't think it will last.
Yeah, I love that. So don't be transactional. Best relationship building advice you've ever received? And that could be any relationship, your husband, your partner, your business partner. What's the best piece of relationship advice? Because I think relationships are closely linked to building partnerships.
I think this was something that a mentor sent to me at some point and really resonates with me. I think it's give first, ask later.
Yeah, I love
Do
that.
small things, give small things that they will return to you at some point. Not everything, but they will return from some more than you expect even. Small things in relationship, as you said, a mention, a share, a social media posting. I mean, those are so small things that you can do.
Everybody that's listening to this podcast, everybody that's ever liked or commented on any of my LinkedIn posts, you've all helped my business to grow. So when I meet people at events and they go, oh, I follow you on LinkedIn, I'm very happy to stop and say, thank you very much for doing that, because your follow, your like, your share, your comment has helped our business to grow. So if you're here listening to this, can you follow, like, and share our podcast? Because we do see it and we appreciate it. And those small micro interactions are the things that help our businesses to grow and our networks to grow as well. So keep doing that. I love it. One thing you wish more people understood about building partnerships?
Yeah, that they are not really transactional. They are like long-term games. You need to bring value for them to last. If you just treat them, as I said, one shot, it will not last. You just need to understand that you want to really help that partner, and to come with ideas and review the data after you do the partnership. Review the data. It doesn't mean that if it's not working in a month or two, it will not work at all. Maybe you need to refine those things. Maybe you need to refine some things to do other things together. Yeah. And afterwards, after you check the data, you will understand better if it's working or not. If you just see some big numbers without, impressions, without clicks, doesn't mean anything.
True, I love that. I also liked what you said earlier in terms of a partnership is a two-way conversation. And you need to actually call for feedback and go, how are we doing? Is what we've done worked for you? Has that actually delivered the results that you expected? And if not, how can we do better? So ask qualifying questions and make it a two-way conversation.
Be honest and, set up clear expectations. If you just set up unclear and astronomical expectation, I'll get you so many clients and something like that, that's not realizable for you maybe, and be honest.
Sometimes we don't need many clients, we only need one. Last question in the rapid fire round. Most undervalued aspect of relationship building when growing a new business? And you and I have both been down this path, so I'll let you answer first and then I'll give my advice afterwards.
Small things are so undervalued. Do a mention, a newsletter, a share, a recommendation, something like that. Those are the things that really people remember. An introduction, things like that, they will remember and they will recommend you, or they come to you, or they will remember that. I think small things really are undervalued.
Focusing on short term. So small things and long term, those are the two things that actually build a successful partnership. So don't focus on what you can get right now in the immediate short term. Think about what can you do for me 6 months from now or a year from now, after we've built the relationship and after we've had those conversations. So I kind of use your 1-to-6 ratio with your client, where you met one client, you kept active with them, you started speaking to them, you met with them at events, and then eventually they recommended 6 more clients to you. So build that long-term relationship. I think we need to wrap this up, but Julia, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast with me today to talk about building successful partnerships. And I love the fact that we came at it from a very feminine aspect too. We're looking at how women actually look at building relationships and partnerships. And thank you for sharing all the stories and the case studies of how you've built CPV Lab from, zero to hero.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for talking to me at TechPon, because otherwise none of this would have happened for anybody to listen to.
It was so nice to meet you there and see some familiar face from affiliate marketing, because I was following you on LinkedIn. And it was very nice to see you there. See that you got a reward, yay. And I was happy for you. And I said, okay, I should meet her in person as well.
Hopefully my LinkedIn lived up to the real life meeting as well. So I try and be as authentic as I can.
You are.
Thank you everybody for listening to us this week, sharing our thoughts on how to build successful partnerships.
Are you looking to level up your affiliate program management skills? Join the Affiliate Manager Performance Program, or AMP as we call it. A 12-week mastermind for affiliate program managers. Whether you're a new affiliate account executive just joining the industry or an affiliate manager, the AMP Mastermind offers 12 weeks of insightful video tips, tactics, and strategies designed to help you elevate your affiliate program growth. You'll find new ways of optimizing your outbound affiliate recruitment and program management tactics that have supported million-dollar programs to scale. You'll get inside access to resources, tools, tips, and cheat sheets that will help your affiliate program to scale even more. Access on-demand tutorials each week, coupled with regular virtual Ask Me Anything sessions and a host of other practical resources. You'll fast-track your skills and learn with peers that work in affiliate program management, and you'll find out how to practically apply those learnings to your program or industry. Head on over to affiversemedia.com/AMP, that's AMPP, to join our AMP cohort today.